My name is Dan,
I'm doing great.
My name's Alex.
and today we will be talking about UFO Tech's global expansion project and the countries we chose. Next slide, please. All right, so first off here, our team began by analyzing multiple potential expansion markets across both the Middle East, Latin America, and Asia. We applied a weighted scoring system that considered factors such as market demand, infrastructure, and innovation readiness, as well as the legal environment, risk, and cultural fit associated. Based on data from specifically for me, the UAE Ministry of Economy, Pricewater Clearinghouse, and Statista, the UAE ranked highest with a score of 8.4. This was largely due to its advanced event infrastructure, tech-friendly regulations, as well as a high corporate event spending. Saudi Arabia and Qatar also showed strong growth potential in the MICE sector, but lacked the maturity of the UAE's innovative ecosystem. Therefore, the UAE was selected by me as the primary launch market for UFO's tech hybrid rental and sales model. Next slide, please. So here I have the UAE market opportunity in TAM that I researched, and I estimated that based on its MICE sector as well, and that is the meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. The country hosts around 8 to 9,000 business events each year, and roughly 1,000 of these are large enough to integrate immersive event technology. Using our assumptions, a $90,000 purchase price and a $15,000 rental rate per event with a 80/20 rental to purchase mix, I projected a TAM of about $2 million in year one, growing to $10 million by year five. That projection accounts for reoccurring demand and expanding adoption as the technology gains traction. Our aim was to model realistic growth based on event density and corporate tech budgets rather than any inflated estimates. Next slide, please. All right, and here I have possible adoption paths for a university as well as a corporation. So for a corporate client in the UAE, as well as a university in the US, I chose Emar Properties as the ideal launch partner because of its large-scale events and innovative initiatives. The plan begins with a 6-month pilot rental and high-visibility venues like Expo City or Dubai Mall, then through procurement contracts, uh, such as through their Senior Director of Procurement, Naveen Kumar. UFO Tech could onboard as a vendor and transition into a long-term partner of theirs as well. On the university side, ASU offers also a realistic example of a possible US adoption model. The system would first need to be piloted at a student orientation or a career fair, then onboarded through ASU's Payment Works procurement system as a capital equipment purchase. Over time, the device could be adopted across departments and major campus events with support from ASU's procurement and business services and university technology office. And we also have some contacts here as well that could be reached out to start that process. Next slide, please.
Okay, so our team conducted a wide country assessment to determine the best market for UFO in the 4 Asian countries. And we compared the 4 markets: South Korea, Japan, Thailand, and Vietnam. They're using the 5 key metrics: market demand, innovation, and infrastructure, regulation, environmental, and risk profile, and the culture fit. Based on the scoring, South Korea ranked the highest at the 8.7. Korea's strong digital and even infrastructure, high excite of the robotic and innovation drive culture make the ideal for the UFO tech smart networking system. Japan, while large and stable, but adopts new technology more slowly. And Thailand and Vietnam, there shows the potential as the emerging market, but is still development in the infrastructure and AI integration. So in conclusion, South Korea stands out as the optimal market, offering both advanced technology readiness and the cultural alignment with the UFO concept of the automated for social connection. Next, please. So now let's look at the Korean market potential. The country MICA and the social networking event sector is estimated at around the $3.1 billion in the 2025, with more than 10,000 events held annually. This shows the growing demand for automation and smart venue technologies, especially in the tech export corporate event and the entertainment settings. We modeled the UFO tech market adoption using the relative pricing assumption, a 19,000 US dollar purchase cost per unit and the 12 to the 15,000 US dollars per rental event, including setup and service. Assuming the 20 purchase and the 80% rental adoption, the estimated total addressable market grows from the 2.5 US million dollars in year one and to 7.5 million dollars in year three and 12 million dollars by year five. Earlier stage clients could include the COEX, Solar, Smart City Go, and Hyundai, Kako, and the Werner. They are all organizations that already invest in the AI-driven experiences. Overall, Korean even industrial provide a scalable and innovation-friendly environment. They're making the perfect start point for the UFO pilots expansion before the replicating succeed in the other Asian markets. Next, please. Finally, the slide outlined our proposed integration roadmap. Phase 1, we will run pilot rental at the major events such as the AI Corona and the Seoul Smart City Expo to test the product and connect the feedback. And Phase 2, we are partnering with the local event legends like the Event Us and COEX expand the rental and increase visible. Phase 3, between like year 1 and year 2, expand into the corporate and university integration and using the UFO tech for the networking and orientation and fun events. With the growing strong AI policy and tech support, the roadmap helps the UFO tech grow from the short-term rental and long-term enterprise adoption.
Okay, and last slide. So another country evaluation, we have Singapore, Taiwan, Malaysia, Brazil, Mexico. Same thing with the valuation criteria, market demand, infrastructure, innovation, regulatory, legal environment, risk profile, and cultural fit. So the main one we picked out was Singapore because of its high purchasing power, world-class digital infrastructure, strong IP, and Taiwan and Malaysia on that middle ground of the seven area. We have both of them with strong tech. However, with Malaysia, they have lower costs and they haven't fully matured yet. With Taiwan, we have a geopolitical risk in where they have a harder time to begin to initiate on plans because of, like I said, the political geopolitical risk with China, which may take some time for it to be an entry point. With Brazil, they have a very large market, and it's with the interactiveness in Brazil, it would be a great fit. But however, due to inflation and barriers and due to crime rates within Brazil, it'd be a little bit more difficult to have that product at their disposable. And Mexico, with even though they have a great digital adoption, its infrastructure wouldn't really work too well unless we would have strong local partners that would help us succeed. In all of this, Singapore was the strongest one for this initial market for UFO tech's expansion. And now we'll go to the next slide. So estimate TMI and growth outlook. So based on Singapore's MICE sector valued at USD 4.8 billion in 2025, projected to grow steadily due to Singapore's status as global business and innovation hub. Singapore hosts over 7,000, 8,000 conferences and business network events annually, including regional headquarters summits and corporate innovation gatherings. So model assumption purchase price is 90K per unit, rental package is 15K per unit, and our adoption rate would be 30/70. So the reason it's different is because of that purchasing power that they have. So I believe that they would have a more of a demand with this, and they would are highly likely to want to keep developing this program with UFO tech. So market outlook, TMI expected to grow 10 to 15%, driven by Singapore's government-backed digital innovation agenda, corporate demand for high-value network formats, and return on large-scale international conferences post-pandemic. And then we have the early client targets: Marina Bay Sands Convention Center, Sands Expo, Mice Group, Google, ADSW, Alibaba HQ campuses in Singapore, FinTech Festival, and Switch. So then, as we see on our graph, by year one, it'd be at 3 million. At year three, it would be at 8 million, and by year five, it would be at 4 million. And the reason is because of their strong capital that they have, and is why I believe that they would be at this estimated growth. Next one. So then phase one for adoption program would be target events like Singapore FinTech Switch, Technic, Tech Innovation in Singapore, and university events and career fairs as well. They would offer short-term rental packages with on-site facilitation and post-event engagement analytics. So the objective would be to network, lead capture, and attendee interaction flow. Phase two by month 6 and 12, partnerships with management and venue operators. So collaborate with Sands Expo, Convention Center, Marina Bay Sands events, Sing X Group, Mice. And in this, we would bundle UFO Tech as a premium network add-on within the conference and corporate leadership event, which builds rental revenue streams and strengthen brand visibility within Singapore's events in ecosystems. By phase three, year one and two, so we would have enterprise and university integration, deploy systems for corporate innovation hubs, multinational HQ leadership programs, and university orientation and alumni networking events, providing annual maintenance, software update, rotation scheduling, and training contracts to establish long-term B2B relationships. Key enablers align with Singapore's national AI strategy, government priorities on digital transformation, and showcase call for IOI, engagement duration, successful matches, post-event follow-up. Yes. All right.
So just to conclude, we are group number 5. Again, my name is Dan. You just heard from Alex. Our second speaker was Miss B, and our choices were the UAE, South Korea, and Singapore for the expansion options. What was that one?
Good. Pause.